Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Patricia Peterson, Craig Dixon, Joe Deming, Jeanette, Marilyn Lenz, Carmen and Ali, everyone. Sorry, I can't continue. Today's Monday, so I will be back later this evening on the other channel. Oh yeah, I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, heard what happened to me Saturday. Hi Raven. What happened Saturday, I was talking about an event that's in the news. I'm sure all of you can guess about Tesla. And suddenly they took down the video. But they wrote me a letter stating that, hi Linda, they were not going to strike the channel, which is great because I didn't know I was saying something bad. It's in the news. But anyway, that's what happened. Hi Julian, they simply took down the video, and but I have copies of everything. I won't post it, or if I do post it, I will remove. Hi everyone, I will remove that section. But that's what happened, and from what I understand, I'm not the only one this happens to. But you know something, I have, for some reason, this hasn't affected me as much as it could, because I've had bad experiences. Well, there are a lot of things happening on the platform. I don't understand them, so that simply confirms some of the things that I have been feeling. Anyway, so that's what happened. They know that I wasn't talking about the word, that I guess it's the word, because they don't tell you why. They simply, tell you to read something. I read it and I didn't. So I still am confused, but it's okay. I simply won't use that word in any of my videos or put it on my title. Having said that, today is Monday, so I will be back this evening on the other channel. Thank God they didn't strike the channel. Nothing. The channel is still up. So I will be back later. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, or feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. Having said that, I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed today. Well, I don't know. According to some of the feedback that I have been getting on my, and I am disappointed too, but I've been expecting this to happen, to take place. A lot of people felt that I was wrong as far as saying that today, January 6th, as we know, that's when Congress confirmed the outcome of the election. And I still don't see anything to the contrary happening. But what I can tell you is the trend is off the rail. And I don't know how many of you heard about this. Thank you very much, MK Fred University, in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. The thing is, Trump held a celebration for John Eastman. And this, Trump, according to report, Trump says he's a fan of John Eastman because John Eastman tried to keep him in the White House. So they were celebrating and did not expect that to come out. But I'm not surprised. But my friends, I've said this before, I will repeat. The way we are viewing January 6th today, not us who are facing reality, but my guys, they're going to change their minds. The same way you see a lot of them are changing their mind because they believe Trump and the price of eggs, among other things, instead of falling, are climbing, or if not getting worse, among a whole bunch of other things he promised that he would do, he's not doing. Expect that to continue to get worse. And I don't see, like I've said in the past, this, unfortunately for us, this administration is going to be a failure. Chaos worse than before, because now they're going in. Trump and his group of MAGAs, they have a plan that they are not going to be able to execute. It feels like to me intuitively. And as we know what Trump is, if he can't have it, he tries to destroy it. And he tried to destroy, as an example, okay, Trump thought by pounding for the last 4 years that he won the election, that could make an impact, that could have a negative impact on Biden as far as Biden's reputation and how he handled his job. And according to all metrics, Biden handing the country to Trump in a shape that, according to report, since Bush, we've never been in such a great position since the Bush administration, and he tanked the economy anyway. Bush was after Clinton, yeah. So I remember the Clinton days. I mean, he left a surplus, okay, I mean, a whole bunch of stuff, and Bush destroyed everything. So the same thing is going to happen with Trump. The only thing is, thank you very much, Pinkney, for generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. The thing is, the way things are going right now, the way we hear all this chaos, and let me say one thing. I'm not sure if I think I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Don't worry about all those like people like Kash Patel, Gabbard, and the other one, Hegseth. Okay, don't let the confirmation of these people, I don't feel, I mean, there's going to be major fights between the Senate, Trump, and the House, because the House is full of sycophants. Not all of them are sycophants, but the majority of them are sycophants. And the Senate, over Trump's nominees that are not qualified, low lives, all kinds of stuff that are not going to make it, or the dispute, all the fights that are going to ensue, my friends. Don't worry about this. Don't let this get to you. I know we care about our country, and regardless of the administration that's in power, we hope, because if the administration fails, we all fail. But this time around, the failure is intentional. Trump, Elon Musk, and company, they are doing Putin's bidding for them. And like I have told you in the past, way before, it's like Russians are back in the White House. Because remember the guys, that vision I told you I had, I saw Russian soldiers in the White House. Well, this is what we have now. Before they were there, they were not as active and as arrogant and out there, letting us know, yes, we're here. Now, this time around, watch what Trump is going to try to do. And please don't get emotional. Just try to remember it will pass. And there will be consequences. A lot of people are saying Trump is going to get away with this, and people around him are going to get away with this. I'm going to repeat again, because I said a whole bunch of people were going to go to prison. A whole bunch of people went to prison, and at that time I did not know exactly why, but I predicted that. Well, I'm going to make another prediction, or continue with the prediction. A whole lot of people around Trump are going to prison. And according to a report, there is a lot of corruption taking place and within the Trump circle, kickbacks and everything else. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard, Melania is going to have some kind of movie made after her or something to that effect. Yeah, her having, oh boy. Anyway, you can use your imagination, her and Trump and others, because, all the craziness that happened before Trump married her and how she got here. I'm sure she's going to say, she's a genius and she speaks 20 languages, right? Yeah, right. Anyway, but all those things that are going to be happening, don't internalize them. Don't let them get to you. Sit back, try to relax, because it's going to end and it's going to crash. There is no way this is going to come out good. It won't be good for the country, but you know something? We can. There are a lot of smart people in this country. We will get, yes, we will be, it will be a major setback, but we will get back on our feet. But a lot of people who are defending Trump today, who are trying to rewrite history and telling us January 6th didn't happen, and people like Kash Patel who's saying FBI was behind January 6th, watch those things blow up in their faces and the not too distant future. And these people, and I'm Mike Johnson and all these people, Jim Jordan and company, the Trump era is about to end. We're watching the beginning of the end of the Trump era as I'm speaking. I know, I'm not quite sure I understand, but somebody explained how Trump can have another term. For example, I'm sure one of you probably read it. Don Jr. would run for president. It seemed like it's a loophole somewhere. Okay, Don Jr. would run as for president. Okay, and then somehow there's a technicality somewhere. He can, when after obviously he will win according to whatever. Okay, and then he can resign and his father will remain in office. Something like that. Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that. That's the plan in the mind of a lot of people for Trump to stay there. But like I said before, there's one thing they forgot about, or they don't know about. Republicans have their own plans as well, besides MAGA. They have no respect for MAGAs. And Elon and Trump have proven that over the past couple of weeks. Republicans have their own plans. Yes, they want to co-opt. They want to grab the MAGA team. But all those things that are going to be taking place, forget it. It's not going to work. And all those people who are supporting Trump, all those sycophants, it's all going to come back to bite. And a lot of those people, supporters, people in their circles, will be prosecuted. And this time, it's not going to be like Garland. And the reason why for a second there I hesitated is because as I was about to say Garland, sometimes, well, I'll explain to you how things work for me when I'm reading. I know whose name I want to say, but there is another lady on Blue Sky who posted something about the reasons why prosecuting Trump got delayed was because they used a lot of very secure applications, okay, and a lot of the investigations that Garland did, basically they hit dead ends and they had difficulties deciphering and unraveling all the different leads that they had. So that's what happened to me. I was trying to remember Garland's name. But the next time, it's not going to be like that way, because as we speak, there's a lot of work being done behind the scenes. And the government will be able to use, I'm talking about investigative journalists, among others, who are doing a lot of research on what took place on January 6th. There's still a lot of work being done behind the scenes, my friends. Okay? So Trump, his enablers, trying to rewrite history, his sycophants, January 6th never happened, celebrating his lawyers, none of that is going to work. Yes, they're going to certify Trump today. And believe me, he's not very happy, because on the 10th, he has an appointment with a judge. Today, a lot of people are reminding him what he caused. He can continue to lie about it, but intuitively I feel it's not going to work. The truth will come out. A lot of those Trump supporters, if I were them, because like I said, there's a lot of corruptions behind the scenes, kickbacks and people paying under the table, all kinds of stuff. And you know what? The other thing is jealousy and envy. That whole Mar-a-Lago, the group of people who hang out there, you have the bees, the people with money already. You have those who have a little bit who want to be, and those who are like, holding by the nails to get to where those guys are at the top. And believe me, that group of people, you don't want to be around them. Oh Lord, it's not a fun place to be. And those people are going to rat on one another. They're going to betray one another. That's how we're going to get most of our information. Well, they're going to leak to journalists, and we're going to know about them. And that's what I feel happened during this past Saturday, I believe. Trump had a January 6th celebration. Okay, so we found out they didn't say anything about that, but we found out there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. People with a lot of corruption, and like I said, they're going to tell on one another. We're going to find out, and I feel like saying this: they are celebrating, but they don't know who their best friend is. And we will find out in the next few years. To me, intuitively, I feel there are people writing books, taking notes, recording everyone and everything. I mean, you name it, it's happening over there. That is so that one day they can cash in, or they can report and do a whole bunch of stuff. That's why I'm saying to you, everything that's taking place over there right now, we're going to find out. They are not all fans. Some of them are just jealous and envious and stuff like that, driven by those things. Okay? And others, they're just patriot Americans, and they don't like the direction Trump wants to take the country, and they're going to do something about it. But don't worry. It's going to get bad. Trump is going to do things that are shocking, as usual, or even more shocking than before, than we are used to. But it's on purpose. That's to scare us. Don't be afraid. He's a coward, and so are most people around him. They are all cowards. They're not going to succeed. It's a war. They're going to win a couple of fights, a couple of battles. Okay? But my friends, if you think, well, this time around, we have how many people like Giuliani right now who's penniless, among a whole bunch of others who lost their law licenses and stuff like that. If you think that's bad, give it another 3 or 4 years. It's going to be fun to watch. And I'll be here. I'll be laughing again just like I did, or when I do whenever I see Giuliani begging, I don't have money to eat. That's not true. But the millions that he had before evaporated among those who lost their license and their livelihood. It's going to get worse. And let me tell you one more thing, and to what I feel, even Trump will betray some of them. As we know, it's all about him. Watch for that too. And as for Elon, but let me backtrack. Don't internalize any of the stuff that you're going to see. It's not going to be easy to do. But all these people, there's a price to pay. I know a lot of people think this is never going to happen. It's going to get off scot-free. I don't think so. And if you were to look at the way things are going right now, everything is built on lies and false pretenses and false promises that he's making. It can't survive. It takes longer for those among us who refuse to face reality, but at some point, it's going to be staring them in the face, and they won't have a choice but to acknowledge it and try to do something about it. And that's what's coming. And as for Elon, my prediction, I don't remember exactly when I made it, but way before he joined Trump, I did not know that's was going to kill his career, well, his companies. Elon, he will be a multimillionaire. Watch Tesla, the rocket company, and all those places. All going to be destroyed. Well, he's destroying them as we speak right now. It's not because someone else is going to do it for him. And it's going to be so bad. The prediction I told you, I saw him ending worse than Howard Hughes. And I said that a long time ago. Even his close friends, people he thinks are his friends right now, would abandon him. You know what? I'm sure all of you heard what he's doing now. He's antagonizing the British. He's even calling out Farage. That's how bad, how arrogant he's gotten. He was always arrogant, but he didn't have the megaphone that he has right now. He's going to live to regret this whole thing that you see unfolding today. He's antagonizing a whole bunch of foreign governments. Those things have nasty consequences. As I'm speaking, I'm seeing something. I can't say it, my friends, because I don't want YouTube to just cut me off again. But if I were Elon, I would stop poking the British. And the most dangerous part of this world to poke anybody, or one of the most dangerous, South America. South American government. Yeah. He thinks that she and Putin are the most powerful people in this world. Yeah. They're powerful. Yeah, because they can do some pretty nasty stuff we don't do in this country. Trump thinks that, not Trump, Elon, living here, and somewhere, somehow, he's protected. And he's poking other people. That can have severe consequences. So good luck to him. This is not going to end well. And I don't know how many of you heard, there is a gentleman, Trump, or people around Trump, a top Federal Reserve official who is the government's most influential banking regulator, is planning to step down from his leadership role by the end of February, after advisors of President-elect Donald Trump seriously weighed demoting him. When I read that this morning, I said I had to post it because intuitively there is a connection because obviously he's a top official, and those watchdogs on Wall Street, Trump and the people around him don't want those regulations and preventing those huge investment houses or people to cheat. I don't know how many of you remember Boski, among others. I'm sure you guys remember. I can't remember his name right now. Oh my God, I can see his face. He lived in Manhattan. He was running a Ponzi scheme. Unfortunately, one of his sons committed suicide, and he died of cancer. I forget his name, but you guys can, I'm sure some of you will remember who I am talking about. Those types of people, okay, the people like this gentleman that Trump and the people around him are trying to, well, they've successfully pushed them out. I'm sure they're going to push out others that will enable them to do or create an environment where people like Ivan Boski, among others, who were cheating, who had pyramid schemes and those types of situations going on Wall Street, making billions. There was an Indian descent gentleman, I don't remember his name, but I'm sure you guys, he just got out of prison. No, he's been out of prison at least a good 7 years. He didn't just get out, he's been out for a while. But all these people, let me see, that's the environment Trump is trying to create in this country. Yes, Cheryl 522, Ivan Boski. There is another one. Bernie Madoff. Thank you, don't give it him. And then, thank you, Anna Jones. Happy New Year to you too. Diana saying, Milo, do you think the current MAGAs will be relieved in 2 years when the Democrats come back into control of the House and the Senate? No. MAGA is, continue to give me work to do for a while. So, they're going to be booted out of people. I mean, like I said, these people who have been lying on Trump's behalf, this whole thing is going to backfire on them. This is going to be very, very bad for these people. I mean, you see how many people went to prison? There's going to be a lot worse, a lot more this time and a lot worse. I mean, and Trump doesn't do anything honestly. Okay? And when I read about the gentleman I just spoke about, and I've been saying there's a lot of corruption going on behind the scenes. They don't think we're going to find out, like Bezos and Elon, they think they can pull the rugs over our eyes. And if those of you who have been with me for a little while, I told you a couple of years ago, I'm going to repeat what I said, the 1% of the 1%, not all of them, but people like Bezos who are greedy. They never have enough. Somebody posted something very interesting. People are poor because people like Bezos and Musk never have enough. The wealthy, they never have enough. So if they weren't that greedy, the world would be a better place. Something like that, I'm paraphrasing. But these people, they think they can pull the rug over our eyes, and that the prediction that I made, they're going to create an instance. And that's what Elon Musk has been saying. We should tighten our belt and suffer, because for a better tomorrow. Yeah, just like he's doing to to X. He killed the company, and just like he's doing to Tesla, among other things. The reason why we don't notice this in his other companies, because he's a welfare queen. He depends on our government, on our tax dollar, to take care of him and his companies. But us, the taxpayers, we like, they elected the wrong guy. I'm talking about the MAGAs. Because misogyny and racism, egg prices are too high. Among other things. That was the alibi. But they went for the lie again, and they're gonna find out. But Elon, the end is not gonna be pretty. And the super wealthy, people like Bezos, it's unfortunate. I thought he was a great guy, but I guess when you want to, we become blinded when we are competing against a bunch of ignorant people competing among themselves. That's what they are doing. Who will be the first trillionaire? And all these people will suffer. The companies will suffer. I am surprised Walmart has not made a bigger effort to eat Amazon's lunch, because they have the resources and they have a model to study and do it better. I don't know why they're not competing. They're not competing a lot more with Amazon, but that's a whole other subject. But my friends, all these people I just mentioned who are being greedy, I told you a couple of years ago, that they're going to turn us into worker bees. And if you hear Elon, his mom, the way they talk, we should all have more kids to enrich them. I'm sure you guys heard what his mom said. You can look on the internet, you'll see it. So I was right. That's what they're doing right now. They're trying to do. But it's going to backfire. It may take a little time. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen tomorrow. I wish. But voting for Trump, creating an atmosphere of where corruption is going to be at the center of everything, since we expect it, hopefully we will navigate better than the MAGAs. They're going to fall right into it and then realize, after they've been taken, as some of them are beginning to realize right now, that this is a smokescreen and they better do something about it. But what we are watching is a train wreck. There is no success to come. This is the best you're going to have while Biden is in office, and watch the chaos. The worst that's going to happen is when there is a nasty hurricane or a fire somewhere or an earthquake or something. This is going to be a disaster, my friends. It's going to be worse than when Trump was in office before. Oh, by the way, as I'm saying this, I'm being shown a picture of something I read over the weekend. Did you guys see there is another pandemic taking root in China? I don't know if it's worse or as bad as COVID, but it's like a pneumonia type of thing. I don't know how many of you heard about that, but I thought I would mention it. But don't internalize all those stuff that's happening today, the Trump inauguration and some of the stuff he's going to say. Don't let it get to you. Confirming all those failures and low lives that he decided to put in. Do you guys remember I told you about wannabe dictators or dictators They put a bunch of ignorant lackeys all around them in key positions, and to keep them in office, to do the bidding for them. That's what Trump is trying to do. I've said that a number of times in the past. Those of you who have been with me for a while, you will remember. Yeah. Guys, I got to tell you something funny. There is a short video. I posted it. I wrote it on my journal so I could mention it to all of you because it's very sad. There is a rapper in Texas. I don't know if he's from Texas, but his name is Too Low. The number 2 and then Low. I think that's his name. It says Texas rapper Too Low's gun goes off in his pocket during a podcast. It seems like he was taking part in some kind of talk with a podcast. There is a video of it. I just can't believe this, you guys. The guy was wearing some kind of tight pants, but he had some type of gun because they didn't show the gun. He pulled it out and put it right back in. He was finagling, his hand, what it seemed like was in his pocket where the gun was, and he fired the gun somewhere, somehow. I don't know how it happened, and I'm not going to spend my time trying to figure it out. I'll let the authorities do that. But the gun fired around, you guys, and he was sitting and talking to somebody. I mean, how ignorant can you be? Unless he didn't feel safe. The guy had a gun in his pocket, and he fired it accidentally. Unbelievable. I just had to share that because it angered me for a second, but I started laughing. How dumb can that be? But I thought I would share it. I was so shocked. So I thought I would share that, friends. Oh my God. But anyway, Deborah Webb says, I would tell Elon's mom to get lost. Me too. I'm 72 years old and can't have babies. More than happily let my biological clock run out. Okay. I'm looking for questions. Deborah says, Milo, it will depend on whether the natural disaster is in a blue state or red state, whether Trump will send money. Well, that's exactly right. I mean, people are going to suffer. That's why I'm calling it. It's going to be a disaster. It's crazy. Shell 522 says, Trudeau just resigned. Yes, I heard about that this morning, but I wasn't surprised. I mean, I like Trudeau. I'm a fan, but he's been there 10 years. I can't complain. But I wasn't surprised because, in fact, I was thinking about that not too long ago. I said somebody should suggest to him to resign, and then he did. That's the right thing to do because, unfortunately, just like what's happening here, I just hope they don't make the stupid mistake, Americans made. Joyce Phillips says, good day, Milou. Good day to you too. How are you? And all the chatters, greeting from Trinidad. Hi, welcome, Joyce Phillips. Okay. No, Raymond Di Pasquale. Yeah, I remember there was a meeting between Trump and Trudeau, and the way Melania was looking at him, Trump got jealous. I think that's one of the reasons why he's really, I thought about that. You have a point, but I doubt that. And according to a report this morning, I heard Melania is not going to be living in D.C. full time either. So this will be interesting. Let me scroll up. But there are a couple more things I wanted to. Oh, somebody who was in the first Trump administration is already complaining or saying that Trump aide worries about serious error that could tank new term. There is no correcting what's happening right now. These people have no clue. So if I were him, I'd stop worrying. His name is Joshua Steinman. I never heard of him, but he's the one who's saying, well, he's complaining that Trump is keeping too many people at the NSA, okay, who serve in the Biden administration. This guy, Joshua Steinman, he prefer a complete overhaul, like everything else that they're going to try to do. But that's going to be part of the Trump administration's failure. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is an important question. Is 45 is a convicted felon? Will he be barred from entering some countries? If you, for me, you and me, yeah. But for the president of this country, I feel he'll be able to go anywhere he wants to because he's the president. But that doesn't mean they're going to treat him with respect. And my friends, trust me, there are going to be some pretty sneaky things done to Trump. Watch that. And somebody mentioned something, the way some people treated him when he went to France recently, when they were inaugurating the cathedral, or I forget the religious name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It seems like they were doing some pretty sneaky things to him, to putting him down. Oh, the person said even Fox reported that he would be unable to travel to 38 countries. Wow. I don't believe that. Those countries probably, I'm sure, have laws. Like I said, you and I won't be able to go, but he'll be able to go if he wants to. I mean, if there is an official something, yeah. Joyce Matthews says Melania isn't being briefed about First Lady responsibility. She knows everything already. Oh my God. Okay. Let's see. I'm scrolling up. I think this is it, friends. Forever says a lot of idiots with guns. I agree. Oh, well, that's exactly why I was died this morning. How dumb. Well, you know, I don't know. I've never heard of two lows. I'm not an aficionado when it comes to rap. There are only a few songs that they call rap songs that I like, and I can't even name them. I can't even remember one of them right now, but there are about 4 or 5. Among them, one of the people is Eminem. I liked a couple of his songs, and there's a rapper from Canada. I don't remember his name right now. He has one song that I like, but it's not that many. So I'm not an expert, but a lot of those guys, they're not very bright. Oh, Lord. But they have a lot of money. You know, the younger generation, they listen to them. You know, the guy on MSNBC, he has the 6 o'clock slot. I don't remember his name. He's pretty good at, it seems like he studies rapology. Some of the lyrics, it seems like there are some pretty good lyrics. I simply don't like the beat. I'm an old, fogey, as they say. I like R&B and those type of things, but rap doesn't do anything for me. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not into that stuff at all. Oh, Lord. Okay, Harry Melba, thank you very much, Vicky. Yeah, he's got a lot of those lyrics memorized. It's unbelievable. All right, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or please feel free to text me or call me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate the time to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot, and also it would encourage, from what I understand, that's one of the data points that YouTube uses. So it will, help me. At least more people will watch the video. So everyone, thank you. Those of you who like to attend on Monday evenings, I'll see you later this evening. Till then, bye. Oh, and then tomorrow, of course,